everybody, it's Connie Stewart with the Creative 8 training team. Welcome to video number 4 in my series on making videos. Today I want to share with you how to create a backing board to shoot your videos. You guys may have seen these. Stampin' Up! Uses these in their videos. I get asked all the time, where did you get that wooden table? It's chipboard. It's chipboard, and are you ready for it? It is bulletin board paper. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It comes on a huge roll, and when I say huge, I mean huge. It's 48 inches long, and this is all I use to create this wonderful board to give myself a really nice professional look on the videos. I'm going to share with you how you're going to create these yourself and how you're going to be able to get that look as well. So a few items that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 pieces of Stampin' Up! Chipboard. Now this is the chipboard that comes in the back of specialty designer paper and glimmer paper, things like that. You can use the DSP paper, but keep in mind it is a little bit flimsier. I don't know, there's just something I like about the chipboard. But if all you have is the DSP paper, or the backing paper, by all means, go for it. It's fine. In fact, you might even want to double it up just to kind of give yourself that little extra strength that you need. Either way, it's going to work out great. We need 2 pieces of those. Few other items you're going to need is some packing tape and some Scotch tape. And then you're also going to need a ruler and a pen so you can mark your paper, and that way you're able to get it cut nice and easy. We're going to take our bulletin board paper, and I have cut it down. Remember I said it was 48 inches long. We're actually going to cut this down 15 inches by 48 inches. All right, so as I said, this stuff can be really tricky to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unroll it, and I want to cut this down to 15 inches going this way. Well, I didn't have, a big enough ruler, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark here at 3 inches, and I'll slide that down until I get to my 12 inches, and hey, what a deal, that comes out to 15. If you're a little off, don't worry about it. I'm going to repeat that on the other side. All right, so I'm ready to cut this, but I'm going to use my punch here as a weight because I need some weight on that to keep this from going all over the place as I'm trying to work. But you can see I'm just going to come along and cut right along that 15-inch line. All right, so we are going to cut to there. I'm just folding it in half. Again, it's just a little bit easier to do this stuff on the floor. Let's give that a fold there. And now I can just come in and I'm just going to cut right along that fold line. So you're going to have a 15 by 24 inch piece of the bulletin board paper. Now you can, I would highly recommend you go ahead and cut it all at once. Just get it done, get everything cut. That way you can just keep these literally just like this, keep them in a roll. You're always ready whenever you need another piece. You don't have to lay out that great big 48-inch roll of paper. So I really do recommend going ahead and getting it all done at one time. Now, all right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to work with this chipboard. What I would recommend is that you take one piece and you're going to cut it in half. It's 12 inches, so cut it down to 6 inches. This is not an exact science thing, but we want to have these, we want to be able to put a 6-inch piece here and a 6-inch piece here. I'll explain more about that in a little bit, but it really is going to make a difference. If you don't have a cutter that's going to cut through that, you might need to use an X-Acto knife. Don't worry if the ends of it are chewed up. As long as we have this nice straight edge here, we're okay. All right, so we've got our pieces of chipboard here, and you might be wondering why I cut one of them in half. Well, when you're going to be working on this and stamping on this area, if I had kept these together, I would have had a seam right here that might mess up my stamping. So since I tend to work in the middle when I'm doing videos, that's why I decided to cut the boards down so that I can be assured that the center section is going to be nice and flat for stamping. Now guys, this part's really simple. We're just going to take packing tape, and let me move this one out of the way so we can see. I'm just simply going to take the packing tape and tape up this seam. All right, so I've got my packing tape there. I put another piece here. That's making it really nice and secure. I don't want this to be able to bend at all. Now we're simply going to repeat that same thing with the other piece of chipboard on the other side. All right, so you can see that's actually good and secure. It's time now to come in with our paper. Now, when I cut the paper, let me see if I can roll this out. It's not an easy thing to do on video. You might notice my paper is not long enough to cover the boards, but let me tell you something. This is going to allow me to get, the whole roll is 48 inches long, so I cut it down to 24. My board is a little bit longer than that, but keep in mind, the edges of this board will not be showing in your video. So if it really bothers you, you'll get less out of a roll, and you are welcome to cut that at maybe about 27 inches, and then you can wrap it around. But I decided I really wanted to save some money, so we're going to go at it this way. So I'm going to lay my paper flat, trying not to wrinkle it too bad. But there we go. So you can, let me see if I can get it here in the shot. So yeah, I'm hanging off just a tiny little bit, but it's really not that bad. I'm now going to give this just a fold up here at the top. Now I can come in with packing tape, but actually because this paper might be, oh well, it is going to have to be removed. You will eventually get ink on it. So I'm just going to tack it down with just some pieces of Scotch tape. I think the Scotch tape is going to work very well. Again, it's not going to be going anywhere. It's not going to be shifting, but it is going to keep it in place. And then when you have to replace it, it's going to be very easy to remove. Let's repeat that here on the other side. And now I'm just going to kind of give this paper a nice tug, fold it here in the middle because I want to make sure that the paper is nice and flat. I don't want any buckles on the other side. Let's tape that down. All right, it's all taped down, and now you can see I have a fabulous area for stamping my videos or taking photographs. It's really nice to be able to have that nice wood grain look behind you in the photographs, and you can kind of pick your favorite areas. You know, we have all these nice little knots in the wood and different things, so it is kind of nice to have so much variety in there. But now when it comes time to the video, when you're ready to video, and you've seen me in the previous video how to do that, I'm just going to lay double-sided stick tape here, and then I'm going to tape that down. Remember, you don't want to press it down. You might even just lightly tack it down first until you're sure the area between your video camera and your workspace is set just right. And as you can see, some of the board is showing, so don't worry about that. We're going to be cropping that out when you're shooting your video. But once you have that set, you're going to take that piece of double-sided stick tape that's down here, give that a good press. Now you don't have to worry about your board shifting on you. You know you're always in your camera angle. You're going to be stamping right here. Here are my seams. I can feel them, but this is the area I'm going to be stamping in, so I'm not too worried about it. And guys, then should you happen to get ink on this, it's going to be as simple as finger underneath it, tear that off. But remember, you have lots of this paper that comes on a roll, so you're going to have a lot of opportunities to change that out as often as you need. But talk about a really great way and very inexpensive way to get that very professional look that you're wanting from your videos, and it's nothing more than bulletin board paper.